London doesn't care if you're tired. The city has a heartbeat of its own, a rhythmic, relentless pulse of millions of people pushing against each other. Everyone is trying to be the loudest voice in the room. I've spent 8 years designing structures that hold thousands of tons of pressure. Steel beams, reinforced concrete, toughened glass. My job is to make sure things don't break under the weight of the world. But lately, I feel like the one who's about to crack. It's not the work is beautiful. It's the silence. The things I know are true, but I'm too afraid to say out loud. Every morning is a ritual of invisibility. The same train, the same gray sky. The same cup of coffee that tastes like burnt paper and broken promises. I look at the faces in the subway. Thousands of stories, all trapped behind professional masks. Architecture is supposed to be about vision. It's supposed to be about changing how people live. But in this city, it's becoming about surviving the next meeting. We build towers to touch the sky, but we live our lives in the basement of our own doubts.
Morning, Julian. You're early. Again.
The city doesn't sleep, Sarah. Why should I?
Because you look like you've been haunting this building instead of working in it. Seriously, when was the last time you had a full night's sleep?
Sleep is a luxury for people who aren't 20% over budget.
Ah, the Sky Garden project. Marcus has been talking about it all morning.
Marcus is always talking. It's his primary survival mechanism.
He brought donuts for the board members, just so you know.
Donuts, the universal currency of people who don't have a better plan.
Good luck in there, Julian. Try not to let them see you're human. It scares them.
Thanks to Sarah. I'll keep my ghost face on. Marcus is the kind of guy who can sell a cardboard box as a luxury penthouse. He doesn't see the soul of a building. He sees a spreadsheet. He sees a commission. And today, the bottom line is the only thing the board cares about.
Julian, my man, come in, join the party.
I was just telling Clara about the Croydon project. It's a gold mine, Clara. We just need to trim the fat.
The Sky Garden isn't fat, Marcus. It's the lungs of the entire structure.
Lungs are expensive, Julian.
People just want a desk, a window, and a paycheck.
Let's focus on what the client actually pays for, shall we?
Enough. Sit down, everyone. You've all seen the latest report. We are 20% over budget. The investors are breathing down my neck. If we don't fix this by 5 p.m., they are pulling the plug on the entire firm. This isn't a creative workshop. This is a survival drill. Marcus, you said you had a solution?
It's simple, Clara. We kill the vertical gardens on the north face.
We replaced the custom curved glass with standard aluminum panels. We saved $250,000 in material costs instantly. We keep the green certification at the absolute minimum level. No one will notice the difference from the street.
It's clean, it's efficient, and it keeps us in the black.
Julian, you're the lead on the environmental cycle. You insisted those gardens were essential for the cooling. Is Marcus right? Can we live without them?
I understand the financial pressure, but the north face is where the thermal accumulation is most dangerous. If we remove the plants and use aluminium, the building will absorb heat like a giant radiator. The air conditioning costs will double in 2 years. It might cause structural stress on the glass joints.
Might, Julian? We're talking about a real bankruptcy today. And you're worried about a utility bill in 2 years? By then, we'll be on to the next project. We can't build a monument to your integrity if the company doesn't exist.
Clara, the choice is obvious. Save the firm or save some plants.
Julian, do you have a specific, cost-effective alternative that works right now?
I'm exploring a polymer louver system that could...
Exploring? Julian, I need a blueprint, not a hope. Marcus, prepare the revised draft for the client call. Julian, I need your signature on the structural waiver before you leave today. Meeting adjourned.
I walked out of that room feeling like a ghost. Marcus didn't win because his math was better. He won because his voice didn't shake. I went to the old pub near the South Bank, a place where the walls have more character than my office. I needed to talk to the only person who still remembers why I became an architect.
You look like you've been buried alive, Julian.
It's Marcus and Clara and the whole damn city.
Oh, the accountants are winning again, I take it?
They want to strip the Sky Garden, replace it with aluminium. It's a disaster, but I couldn't find the words to stop them.
You didn't find the words because you were looking for permission.
I was looking for a compromise, Arthur.
Architecture isn't about compromise. It's about truth.
If the building needs to breathe, you have to fight for its breath.
They want facts, not poetry.
Then give them facts so cold they can't ignore them. Stop being the polite guy at the end of the table. Start being the man who knows how the world works. Go home, get your hands dirty, prove them wrong.
I didn't just prove them wrong, I proved myself right. I remembered that my voice was not just a tool for speaking, but a tool for building, and I was finally ready to build something that would last.
Do you remember what you told me when you first took me on? You said buildings are more than just shelters. They're arguments. What argument are you making, Julian? That it's okay to compromise on the truth?
Do you remember what you told me when you first took me on? You said buildings are more than just shelters. They're arguments. What argument are you making, Julian? That it's okay to compromise on the truth?
No, he said something else that night. He said, "The accountants will always tell you what's cheapest. It's your job to tell them what's right." I'd forgotten that. I'd let the noise of the city drown out the voice of my own convictions. But standing there in that quiet pub, I heard it again, and I knew what I had to do. Arthur was right. I had been so worried about being agreeable that I forgot to be right. I went home and locked the door. Just the laws of physics and the weight of my own ambition. Marcus thinks aluminium is a shortcut, but he forgot about the thermal expansion coefficient. In a London summer, those panels will warp. The seals will break. The building will leak. But if I use the aeropolymer, it's lighter than steel. It's cheaper than the gardens. And if I angle the louvers to catch the cross breeze from the river, we don't even need the active irrigation system. We can save the budget and the building. Why didn't I see this in the meeting? Because I was too busy listening to Marcus instead of listening to the wind. I spent the next 6 hours redesigning the entire north face. I didn't just calculate the costs. I calculated the future. I realized that the words I choose are as important as the materials I specify. If I say maybe, they hear no. If I say guaranteed, they have to listen. The next morning, I didn't wait for the elevator. I ran up the stairs. I saw Marcus at his desk, looking very pleased with himself. He had his bags packed for a celebratory lunch. I didn't even look at him. I went straight to Clara's door. "Clara, we need to talk right now."
The client call is in 10 minutes, Jillian. Is this about the waiver?
"No, this is about saving your reputation."
I told you yesterday we are moving forward with Marcus's plan.
Marcus's plan is a lawsuit waiting to happen. The aluminium panels will fail the energy audit in 24 months. The maintenance costs will bleed the investors dry. You'll be in court before the building is even finished.
That's a very dangerous claim to make, Julian.
It's not a claim, it's math. Look at the tablet. This is the aeropolymer alternative. It saves 22% on the materials. It's easier to install, it's lighter, and it guarantees the gold certification for the next decade.
What's going on here? Clara, the client is on the line.
Marcus, hold the line for a second.
Julian, what are you doing? We already decided this.
You decided to be fast, Marcus. I decided to be right. Look at the thermal loads on page 5. Your panels will overheat the north side by 4 degrees. My louvers will cool it by 6. Do you want to explain that to the client, or should I?
Marcus, sit down. Julian, take the lead on this call. If you can explain this as clearly as you just did to me, we might just win that award after all.
The call lasted 40 minutes. For the first time in 8 years, my voice didn't shake. I didn't search for words, I just spoke the truth. The client didn't just accept the plan, they loved it. Marcus left the office early. He didn't say a word. I stayed late, not to work, but to look at the city. The buildings out there, they are all stories. Some are stories of greed, some are stories of fear. But the best ones, they are stories of courage. Silence is a safe place to hide, but it's a terrible place to live. The world is made of concrete and steel, but it's held together by the words we have the courage to say. If you want to build something that lasts, you have to be willing to be heard. Thanks for watching. If you liked this story and want to improve your English with more content like this, make sure to subscribe to English Flash Talk. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment below telling me what you thought of Julian's decision. See you in the next story. Goodbye.